Capricorn. That's this card here, which is called Spirit Guide in this deck. This is the Vision Quest deck, if any of you are interested. And this, I always read the Judgment card, which this is equivalent to, as letting go with forgiveness. Judgment is about letting the ghosts of the past go, letting old baggage go, letting old stories go, forgiving both yourself and others. And there's a great lightness that is available in this card. So if you're feeling challenged in terms of your fulfillment, in terms of feeling connected to your own heart, especially if it has to do with letting go of a relationship or feeling disconnected or any sorrow, something that was, anything that's going on in terms of fear, doubt, resistance, agitation, especially in regards to a relationship, you can focus on your own heart. And this power of forgiveness is really lightens things up. You can see the images in both of the sky here are this wonderful rainbow and this spirit image with the eagle, which soars high. It's light. So I'm going to say, whatever's going on for you at the opening of April, Capricorn, try to connect with your own heart and try to use forgiveness, both towards yourself and others, because that's going to alleviate anything that's going on that may be challenging. I'm seeing that if some of you may be experiencing heartbreak, this is the Three of Swords. It's called doubt here, which usually talks about a storm that's raging. It's usually depicted as a heart with three swords in it. So it means focusing on thoughts that hurt us. And it's often a card of betrayal or sadness or disappointment. And this card, Five of Air or Five of Swords, has to do with fear. So but if there's lingering feelings of doubt and fear, you have the opportunity to focus on this instead. This Two of Cups, fulfillment, and the Spirit Guide, which is power of forgiveness, taking you upwards and onwards, going to a higher level. This is a possibility. Your focus can stay here on Three of Swords, Three of Air, and Five of Swords, Five of Air, doubt and fear. But I don't recommend it. There may be a temptation at the opening of April to linger here. And there are lessons from these cards, so you can wash things away. But this is a tough energy to sit in terms of betrayal or disappointment or sadness or sorrow. There's just a lot of this may envelop you in a fear of moving ahead, or a fear. This may immobilize you if you stay here. Whereas these cards are really about freeing yourself, feeling free and fulfilled. So it's kind of your choice, Capricorn. If there's tough stuff going on around you, if you have a situation that's causing you any doubt or fear, because both of these are mind cards. So these are usually cards of swords, which are here depicted as feathers. You can actually lighten up this stuff. Really the place for feathers with these birds is here in the sky. This is the embodiment of the high energy of the bird, this bird spirit. So let it lift you up instead of dragging you down, instead of keeping you imprisoned in thoughts of doubt or fear. Focus on your own heart, your own fulfillment and forgiveness, and you don't have to spend so much time here. It's really a choice. And then in the middle of the month, I see you moving out of that. I see the Ace of Air, which is about the truth. And I see the Daughter of Water, which is seen as the Page of Water, the Page of Cups. And this has to do with feeling and connecting with what makes you feel happy and joyful, and what makes you feel like your heart is full. I often associate this with a teenager who's in love, and when I see this card, I always ask, what does yes feel like? Can you remember what it felt like to say yes? Like what gave you passion when you were younger? Like, did you love to dance? Did you love to sing? What creates a joy in you that is just makes you giddy, makes you happy, makes you want to laugh. That's what this truth is about, the Ace of Air. This is the Ace of Swords, which is called, I sometimes call it, the truth will set you free. And I'm seeing all this sort of like lavender and blue smoke. So I'm going to say by imparting a sense of softness to yourself, that can really help. We can focus on some of these dark clouds, you know, and things that are causing us fear, anxiety, doubt, all of that. Or we can remember what is true about ourselves and our situation and our surroundings, and remember what's true for us, that lit us up inside, that made us feel joyful and enthusiastic and full of fun and laughter. So that's an opportunity here at the middle of April. I'm going to say, don't forget what's true, Capricorn. Focus on the truth and it will set you free. It always does. And this Daughter of Water has to do with connecting with your heart. So that's a real solution to that. If you're feeling stuck here, there's lots of cards here that are opportunity cards to feel uplifted, to feel fulfilled, to connect with the truth, to connect with your heart. But I'm seeing that there's some doubt, fear, or resistance, which is interesting here because that's what's showing up here, doubt and fear. So see if you can push through those. See if you can choose not to spend time here and instead choose to spend time on the truth, on fulfillment of your own heart, of forgiveness. This may be the key to experiencing these and connecting with your own heart, connecting with what makes you joyful, what makes you say yes in capital letters, what makes you say, yeah, this is something I want to do. This is what makes me happy. This is what I'm passionate about. This is your another opportunity there. And then also towards the middle of the month, I see we've got the Son of Earth and the Four of Earth. So the Son of Earth is the Knight of Earth. This means doing things in a very practical, reasoned, planned out manner. He considers all the steps that it's going to take to do something. He's very realistic. He's very grounded. He takes his time and is very patient. That's why you can see the harvest of the fruits here, is that he's taken the time to water these plants and watch them grow each day and has finally harvested them. And so he's good at planning. He's good at being realistic. He's good at the necessary steps to achieve a sense of security and feel grounded. These are both earth cards, which has to do with our physical surroundings, our bodies, our assets, possessions, things we own, money. You know, stability and security is what these two are about. So I'm going to say take your time, find out what grounds you, what makes you feel stable and secure, and there are a lot of nice riches that come with both of those things, Capricorn. You guys are usually pretty good at that. So I'm going to say in the middle of the month, focus on practical matters. Try to alleviate your mind from whatever fear or doubt may be consuming you, and connect with your heart by recognizing the truth, by using forgiveness, and this sense of fulfillment is here waiting for you once this doubt and fear is removed. This may be helpful to you, Capricorns, too, because you like to have secure footing. You like to be connected with the earth. So for some of you, it may be spending time in nature. It may be grounding yourself through meditation, or just participating with anything that has to do with earth energy, which is grounding, stable. It has to do with natural elements, stones, possessions, things that connect you to the earth. Stable planning, you know, even doing a budget. For some of you, you may be doing your taxes, or you may have already sent those in, and you're really you're really making strong this sense of security. That's going to be really helpful for you. Then towards the end of the month, we have the Son of Air and the Mother of Earth. This is equivalent to the Knight of Swords in the tarot, and this is someone who charges in, sometimes with his words. So be careful towards the end of the month not to be sharp or cutting with your words. He is a very fast energy, and with him in reverse here, I'm going to say be careful of not rushing on anything. Be careful of not trying to move too fast. The Son of Earth, this Knight of Earth card, is much more beneficial to you here at the middle to the last of the month. Don't feel like you have to charge forward with everything. Often in this card, there's a horse that has sort of a worried look on its face because the knight is rushing too quickly, rushing forward without concern. So I'm going to say towards the end of the month, if there's something that you're trying to rush on, slow down and use the the Knight of Pentacles energy instead. That's going to serve you. That's going to bring you riches, security more, instead of feeling like you need to get it all done right now. And again, Mother of Earth, this is equivalent to the Queen of Pentacles in the tarot. It just says, this is a place of having arrived at feeling secure, feeling stable, making good decisions, especially as it relates to our home, our assets, our possessions, our money, things that we value, things like, even our friends and family, just things that we like to have in our life and things that we benefit and that benefit us. There's a real sense of nurturing here. So I'm going to say nurture yourself, nurture your surroundings. That's what all this grounded Son of Earth, Mother of Earth, and security is about. Some of you may be establishing a home. Some of you may be focused on savings of your money, or making good decisions regarding money, things that bring you more security. And Queen of Pentacles shows success in that area. She's very grounded. She's very nurturing, stable. There's a lot of stability here. So that's coming for you as long as you don't rush things too quickly. Potentially also this could be an earth sign person. I'm actually reading it as you, Capricorn, but it could also be a Taurus, a Virgo, or another Capricorn. But I'm just seeing you achieving a nice sense of stability towards the end of the month with whatever's you feel maybe unsettled with here at the opening of the month. And then at the end of the month, we have balance here in reverse. This is usually the card of the Chariot. Which means going forward, charging forward. It's kind of like this card, Son of Air or the Knight of Air, and it's usually depicted by two horses joined to a chariot. So this is saying you can be okay right here in balance. You don't need to always be charging forward. I know Capricorns love to have that feeling of accomplishment, and you're usually very task-oriented and goal-oriented, and your symbol is the goat that climbs the mountain. That's what you do. But in this case, the piece of finding balance may be more important at the end of the month rather than needing to charge endlessly forward without thought to... It's sort of like you don't need to spin your wheels for no reason. You're going to be that's why these are in reverse, I believe, too, is that forward movement isn't the end-all be-all here. It's really stability and grounding and feeling secure that is really going to be your biggest benefit, especially towards the end of the month. So see if you can maintain your balance and not need to always be pushing forward, pushing forward, pushing forward. And then I see Mother of Air, which is the Queen of Swords in the tarot. And this is about setting boundaries, speaking your truth. We had the truth here upside down or in reverse in the middle of the month. So the Queen of Swords is usually very direct in her communication. She's usually very honest and very explicit is a good word for Queen of Swords. She defends her boundaries without second guessing herself. And she says, this is true for me. This is not true for me. Here's where the boundaries are, and you've got to adhere to them. At the end of the month, there may be some challenges in terms of setting your boundaries or deciding and expressing what's true for you. And your opportunity is to get clear on that. Like, what will you tolerate? What will you not tolerate? What is true? What's a deal breaker for you? What's true and versus what's not true? What will you allow in versus what will you not allow in? Queen of Swords draws that line in the sand very easily. And she says, there's the line. if you cross it, here are the consequences. So just get clear with yourself, Capricorn, about where your boundaries are, and it's going to be a very stabilizing and secure month for you once we pass out of this opening challenge of moving through doubt and fear. If you focus on your stability and your security without needing to press too far forward too quickly. That's what these cards surrounding it in reverse are saying. Don't feel the need to like ride that chariot into the ground. Just focus on nurturing yourself, nurturing your sense of stability, of what you own and possess, make good decisions, be practical. That's what all this is, a mastery of the practical matters. So just stay practical. You're usually pretty good at that, Capricorn. And then think about where your boundaries are, and you likely will get to that beautiful place of balance that you've been seeking.